Start.
It's been a while we've been on this channel, right? So welcome back to our channel, Sarah and Jerry, and we are thrilled to have you here. If these videos that we've been putting out for you has been worth your time and the energy that we put in, please subscribe. Just take a minute right now just to hit that subscribe button. I know it's very unusual for people to ask you to subscribe at the very beginning of the video before we even talk about what we want to talk about. Yeah, but please, we depend on you. We depend on you to grow. So please hit the like button. If at any point in this video you found it interesting, or you found it helpful, you found it informative or engaging, please hit the subscribe button and the like button.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
I beg them enough, right? Okay. So today we want to talk about our trip to Nigeria. We've made a video on it before, trip to Lagos.
Of course.
But today we want to talk about cost implications.
Yes. Something that I'm sure you are very curious.
Yes.
Yes, because people like to talk about money.
Money.
That's why today we will talk about money.
Yeah.
Yes.
How much did we spend
For the whole trip.
for the whole trip, the entire trip?
Starting from the visa process.
Yeah.
All the things we needed to buy.
Yeah.
Book that we spent there.
Yeah. All the way to Lagos and getting back to Poland. So you want to take it away?
Sure.
I'll start from you because it was your visa that we were processing.
Yes.
So
to get a Nigerian visa, you need to pay first $71 for just a visa fee. Yes. And unfortunately, we needed to pay it twice.
Why?
Because you need to put an invitation letter, like a person that is inviting you. So we put first Jerry's dad, and we paid for this application. But later we found out that Jerry's dad passport
was expired.
Yes. That means that he could not be the person that invites us. So we needed to do, and it was not possible to exchange just a name. So we needed to go through the whole visa application again. So that time around we put Jerry's brother, and we needed to pay $71 again.
Right.
So we paid this fee twice, which together is like $140 already. Then we needed to go once to Warsaw, to
the
embassy of Nigeria.
Yeah.
And this one was like $75 our tickets, our train tickets. We even choose to take train instead of car.
Just maybe a little bit of context. We live very far away to the Nigerian embassy.
Like 4 hours by car.
Like it's 4 hours by train, maybe 3.5 hours by car, thereabout. So the fee for the train is what, $75?
For 2 of us.
For both of us, so yeah.
And when we were in the embassy of Nigeria, I needed to pay $30 of administration fee.
That's a normal fee you pay at the Nigerian embassy.
For
whatever you go there to do. $30.
$30. So visa itself is $70.
Yeah.
Plus $30 administration fee, together $40. Plus then costs.
Wait a minute, did we pay for the visa itself? Oh, okay, yeah, we actually pay for the application and stuff. Yeah, okay.
This is like visa. Yes. So together it's like $100. Yes. Unfortunately, we need to pay $70 more. But yes, if you want to go to Nigeria and you are not Nigerian, you are, for example, in Poland, because I talk about prices in Poland, that's what you need to pay.
Yeah.
$100. Yes. Plus, then you need to pay for the travel costs if you don't live close to the embassy.
Right.
Which we needed to do. And then I needed to go 3 months later. I needed to go again to collect my visa, so I needed to pay for train tickets.
This time around, I didn't go with you, just you alone.
Yes. So this one is another like $35.
Thereabout, yeah.
Yes, thereabout. Then the biggest cost, what is it?
Was the ticket.
Of course.
Definitely.
Flight ticket.
Flight ticket.
Flight ticket.
Crazy.
But we actually got a good deal. We booked tickets
very early on,
4.5 months before, because we booked tickets like in October, and we went to Nigeria in February. That's like 4.5 months.
Yeah.
Thereabout.
We actually thought we will go. Sometimes it felt like we will not go.
We even bought tickets before we got visa.
Right.
So we paid for it. So the price of our flight ticket was $1,800. Yes. And it's actually a very good
It was a good
price.
deal. Yeah.
It was a good deal.
I know a few people that travel to Nigeria from Poland, for example. They spend around $800 to $1,000
each.
Yes, for each person.
And we paid like
we paid
$1,800,
which is now up to
for
$2,000 for both of us. So yeah, a good deal.
The deal was very good, and we flew with KLM. That's also important because, for example, Lufthansa was more expensive. Yes, yeah. So that was a good deal. It's probably also because we traveled to Nigeria in February, so tickets for that time were also cheaper than, for example, for December, like Christmas and New Year's Eve time. So that was definitely cheap. Yes.
Yeah.
Right now it's also getting more expensive because summer season is coming. So we definitely like chose.
We targeted it.
Time. Yes. So I suppose that you actually cannot find flight tickets cheaper than that.
Yeah.
I suppose you can't. Then we paid $60 for our travel insurance. Just our personal travel insurance.
So that in case of any casualty, accident or whatever in Nigeria, the value of that insurance was what? 500,000
zloty.
So what's it there about?
Slightly more than $100,000.
Yes, slightly more. Yeah.
Then we paid $325 for our accommodation in Nigeria.
Right. For how many days? For
7 days.
7 days? Yes. Okay. For 7 days. Yeah. Well, first of all, we found the deal on Booking, and then I asked my brother to go check it out in Nigeria. He got to the place, and the lady said that if we book directly with them, then we get a cheaper price. So we canceled the one on Booking and we booked with them. If not, I think we could have paid around $400 and something for this.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. And then when we were still in Poland, before we traveled, we spent around $120 for the gifts.
We bought gifts for people.
For many people.
Right.
Yes. So this one we also need to count. Then in Nigeria we spent around $95 for Uber and fuel.
Wow. Okay.
Because of course we didn't have a car.
Yes, definitely. It's not drive. And it's not like European countries where you can get there and rent a car. Of course, I think you can rent a car in Nigeria because my brother does this business, for example. But it didn't make sense for us because
I don't have international.
You don't have an international driving license, and I also don't have a Nigerian driving license to start with. So I think if we try to do that, the police will just catch us. So there's no need.
It's still like less than what we would spend, for example, in any country in Europe.
Definitely.
That's for sure. Because prices of taxi
Uber here,
it's crazy. They are crazy. So this one is not even.
It doesn't scratch the surface.
It's not really much as for 10 days trip.
Yeah.
Honestly speaking. And then we spent money for food.
Food, wow.
We made like once we made the shopping for our 7 days time in a hotel.
Yeah.
Like breakfast and like late afternoon food.
Because we had the mindset that we're going to cook by ourselves. So
yes.
First of all, the apartment that we took was the one that had the kitchenette, like a mini kitchen where you can cook something. I mean, it's not like a fancy kitchen, whatever, just like a hot plates kind of thing. Put your pot. They have all the pots and the pans ready to cook and whatever. Yeah. And then we bought all the things from the store. We just wanted to cook.
So we spent in the shop like $75. But we need to say that we spent it in Lekki.
Yeah, definitely.
In Ireland.
Yes. So that also counts. That also counts
because in Ikorodu
it was different. Way lesser than that. Way lesser than that. We compared the prices, obviously. When we bought some things at Ikorodu and we bought the same set of things at Lekki. Yes. And the price difference was just outstanding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Yeah.
And then we spent there about $20 thereabouts.
For
$20 for restaurant.
For restaurant.
Just once. Okay. One breakfast.
We went to the hotel
restaurant.
Not a hotel restaurant.
Yes.
Like our apartment restaurant, sort of, because it's not really like hotel, right? It's like a short-let apartment, something like this. But they also have a restaurant at the ground floor.
3 times we ordered a jollof, right? 3 times.
Yeah.
And we ordered once suya.
Ooh.
So, like breakfast in the hotel.
Yeah.
3 times jollof and suya. That was around like $20.
All of them?
Yes.
Like together?
Yes.
Oh boy, that was very cheap.
Very cheap. I don't think so.
Okay. No, but the food in the restaurant was pretty expensive, in my opinion. But it was also good because it was like yam. For me, I had like yam.
We didn't count yam.
We didn't count this one, right?
Yam because you bought yam in restaurant.
Yes.
Twice.
Yam, egg, and you bought also some drink the previous day.
Yes.
So definitely spent more than that.
Yes.
Surely spent more than that. Yeah.
Yes.
So let's say $40 max.
Yes.
Let's say $40.
Yes. So for food, we spent like $100, and we need to like be clear that if we are people that would like to eat in restaurants, not cook at all, just be free from cooking.
Yeah.
You would have spent like
way more than that.
Maybe like $200 in a summary.
Yes.
In the place where we went to, like Lekki. If you would like to, for example, eat breakfast and dinner in restaurants for 7 days, much more than that.
Definitely.
Much more than that. So we knew the magnitude of costs
that
your pocket. We are going to have, so we just decided to cook for ourselves.
Right.
That was easier.
And the smartest.
But my husband didn't say no to taking me for ice cream.
Lover of ice cream.
This one we had like every 2 days or something, right? We should have gone every day.
If we had the money, maybe we would have gone every day. But
I think it was not about money. I think it was about the time. That
sometimes
took
we
us
went
somewhere.
out.
We went out to somebody. Then I was sick.
Yeah, and so we said, okay, no more sweet things.
No
just
more
keep it simple.
Yes.
Yeah.
No more. This one I need to record another video about. Okay, next we spent around $18, not 18,000, $18 for activities.
Okay.
Like we went to the beach resort.
Yeah.
We went to paint and sip.
Right.
Place.
Right.
So this one was like $18.
We'll put the videos on the screen.
Activities.
Yeah, we'll put the activities so that you can see what you're doing. We actually had like nice painting. Remember what you painted?
Of course.
We show them what you painted.
Sweet panda.
We show them.
I will not forget.
Right.
I protected my painting while we're coming back home.
Oh, That has to be said.
And you said you were wondering how will I bring it to Poland, but I did. And it's in our house.
We had excess luggage, and I was just thinking, how are we going to carry this painting? I mean, for me, I would have just left it in Nigeria because I mean, it's just the paint. But for her, it was more than the paint because as the first time she was going to Nigeria, she wanted to have a memory of something she did there. So she decided to just hold it in her hands and just enter the plane like that. I commend your bravery.
Okay, apart from that, we spent around $90 for gifts.
Yeah.
And our food that we wanted to like buy to Poland, something like this. So gifts for our family and relevance and food.
We had some Nigerian food in some pack, like some egusi, some fish, some this, that plantain. Yeah, we just, you know, zobo things.
Yes.
Not made our zobo. So we're going to make it anyway. And we're going to post the video about that. So if you have not subscribed, you don't want to miss that video when we are making zobo. We want to try it by ourselves and see if we can do it. Yes, okay, continue.
Then we spent $225 for our clothes. Some Nigerian clothes.
Right, which we are rocking already. It's summertime.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
And then at the airport, you can tell them.
In the airport, voila, big airport. Okay, so the summary is that we had excess luggage. We actually thought that we beat the system. We thought we were smart. Like,
we already walked in the so peacefully.
Yes, we thought we were very smart. Like, oh yeah, we passed the first check. We did it. Then we got to the main check of the airline itself. And then there was this one guy that the devil just, I don't know, took him over and started to misbehave. And the guy said, my school bag, I was carrying a school bag, she was also carrying a handbag. And I was shocked when the guy said, I should bring the school bag and put it on the scale. Like, I've never done, like, nobody has ever done that to me before. Like, nobody has ever done that to me before. It's a school bag, it's like a standard thing you carry into the plane. But obviously, because the thing looked like it was very heavy the way I was carrying it.
In my mind, I was like already shook.
We're in trouble.
I knew what it means. And same with my bag.
So the guy asked us to pay $200.
Like 12 kg too.
Yeah, too much or something like that.
Mine was like 15.
Too much.
So the guy asked us to pay $200
each. We should pay $100 each for the excess luggage. But we ended up paying only $100.
Yes, like eventually he showed his mercy upon us. Mercy.
After begging and talking
and just standing there for like 1 hour.
Yes, we literally just standing there looking at him, and there was already calls from the airline that boarding has started or something like this. That
I didn't beg because when we went downstairs,
they were still like waiting, right? Okay, maybe it was not boarding, but there was like
time was already like
moving towards boarding, something like this, and people were already getting agitated, like, why is this guy behaving like this? Mind you, we were not the only ones. He also stopped some other people that even there was a guy that was just even with laptop and one other bag like this that was just like maybe few kgs more or something. He also asked the guy to pay $100. That was crazy.
Me, I was already standing and thinking, I will go to the toilet. I will throw away what I can, and the rest I will just wear it, and I'll be looking like a teddy bear,
like a panda.
But I will wear it. I will not pay another $100 for just my clothes that I cannot take.
We had Nigerian clothes that were like a little bit bulky, heavy.
Yes, unfortunately, in this my bag there were Nigerian clothes that we found out later. We were like, oh no, if I truly wanted to do it, what would I do with your Nigerian clothes?
You couldn't have worn them because they were too heavy and it was hot. Remember, like it was really hot, right?
I don't really care about. And then when we went, so eventually, we paid $100 just for one
person. Excess luggage,
And then we went downstairs to check for boarding, and the water was
for free. That was surprising. there was
it's all this money that we'll take from you.
Yeah.
All these dollars.
Yeah.
That's when they
give you free
water.
bottle of water, like in a kind of drum. They were just bottle of water, like a lot of bottles inside. It was cool actually. It wasn't like just ordinary water. They put it in like ice block kind of thing. It was cool.
It was so disappointing.
Very. That was the first time I've paid for excess luggage in my life. I mean, nobody ever checks handbag, like school bag. Nobody ever.
Yeah, it's our lesson.
Yeah,
because
it's our lesson.
During the week we were thinking that probably we were going to have too much luggage, so we wanted to buy it online, like to our booking, and we wanted to buy extra bag and just take it as additional luggage. But we said no, don't worry, we'll do it. We'll do it. And on the day of our traveling out,
they shocked us. It was even expensive, more expensive than the day we decided we're going to do it. So on that day, there was even no option to do it anymore. Even if we wanted to change our mind that we wanted to buy a bag, right? The day we checked it, it was like, what, 400 zloty? Something like this.
450.
And then the day exactly that we were traveling.
No. I wanted to check in the week. It was like 360 zloty.
Exactly. And then on that day itself, it was like 450.
450.
So
but then we needed to pay like this 450 to that guy. So actually, we could have just bought that thing and just feel peaceful.
Yes. And even have some more things to carry because we dropped things with my mom to take back home because we were already feeling like the luggage. Okay, we move.
The last position is that we needed to pay to our parents around $30 for fuel that they used to drive us to the airport and from the airport
back home.
Yes, and some tolls. I mean, no, highway tolls.
Toll. Okay, toll fee. Yeah, toll fee. Yeah, okay.
Toll fee. Yes. So, In summary,
we spent
you read it loud.
We spent how much? $3,240. This is just estimate anyway. It cannot be exact. It cannot be exact.
Spend more than that.
Yeah, I think we spent roughly more than that. This is just estimate. So if you're planning to travel to Nigeria from Poland and you have plans to do all the things that we did, bear in mind that this is even minimum. Like this is minimum.
This is minimum.
Like we try to be economical as possible.
Yes. We were not even going like to any shops for any shopping.
Yeah.
We did not really buy additional things, souvenirs or whatever.
We didn't buy so many souvenirs. We kept it like really small.
Yes.
Yet we spent about 3,000.
Yes. We've eaten at home. We're cooking for ourselves. So if you are the type that you like to buy souvenirs and be in restaurants,
you definitely spend probably up to $5,000 thereabouts. Anyway,
in summary, we want to say that unfortunately, it's rather not possible to do it every year.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because you need to. It's not easy to save up this kind of money. Yes.
I mean, we are not very rich. Yeah. No, we are rich in Jesus' name.
I mean, in our case, we need few months.
Yeah.
Seriously, good few months
to save up this kind of money.
This kind of money. So, and then of course we have our plans. We have our spending.
Our life that we need to spend on.
So it would be like we just come back from Nigeria and very soon we need to save up again and start the process again.
For another trip.
It would not be possible. So I'm very sad that we cannot visit our parents more often than that.
I think they will understand. This particular one was very important for you because it was the first one. It was the first time that you were meeting my parents. So that's totally okay. We could go again in the next 3 years, in the next 4 years, maybe. When we have our kids, for example.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
So
this is it.
Conclude.
Yes, so in conclusion, don't forget to subscribe our channel. As my husband already begged you, subscribe our channel.
Subscribe too.
And support us. If you like this video, please leave a thumb up and we see you in another video.
Peace.